What's up, everybody? So we talked about the last video, the issues that we were having. Keep all these things coupled going through the turns. And reached out to my buddy Steve at Steve's Trains, and he gave me the suggestion of going with some long couplers, possibly body mounted, because what's happening is this makes the turn with that body mounted coupler. It's pushing this truck mounted coupler, causing it to derail and come off the tracks. So I think I may have the fix for that. So this is the Micro Trains in scale long shake body mount couplers unassembled. So bear with me and we will put some of these together. So these are a whole lot simpler to put together than their old ones, or so I've been told. There's no springs on these, just basically two parts inside. You put the coupler box together, put the air hose on the bottom, and then should be ready to go. But let's get in here, get these cut apart, and see what it looks like. Alright, so I got these out of the box. Here we have our air hoses. Looks like there's 4 of them on this one screw. On this one you have the coupler box and the coupler lid. And then I was just making sure you can see this one has each part of the coupler on one screw. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't like 2 screws with different parts. So this right here should be everything we need for the coupler box with one of these. So let me get these cut apart and we'll start putting them together. Alright guys, I managed to get these 2 off the screws. I would tell you to be very careful when cutting these because the first one I've sent flying and have no idea where it ended up. So I was down one, but luckily we got some extras. Next we will take these apart and then I will refer back to the assembly instructions, make sure I got these correct. Alright, parts are separated. So we have this orientated as the picture, right? Screw holes in the back, post is there. And forgive me because I don't know the name of these coupler parts, but it looks like this larger knuckle, this one, is this piece here. And the smaller part of the knuckle is this piece here, with that flange pointing down. Don't flip that over. Yep, I see it now. So I need to turn this one over. Oh, it's going to be tricky. Alright, I think that's it. Let's look. No, I'm not seeing that longer flap. Hang on, let's look at this one real quick. Nope, that's definitely the knuckle that goes on top. So this has to be this. I'm telling you, that doesn't look the same. But we're going to give it a go. Alright, so put this here. And I've already flipped it over. Oh, this is tricky, y'all. My old eyes don't help. Alright, let's try it from the splitter. There we go. That time it went. That time it went. Let me make sure we got this set. And it just popped off again. Alright, I'm going to try this off camera for a little bit, guys. Not to bore you with it. Let me see if I can get this done. Alright, guys. About 20 minutes later, and we finally have this put together, minus the air hose. I could not physically get it on there. Couldn't see it. Couldn't make it fit. So, I'm going to come back to that. But now we're going to jump in here and take this apart and give it a go. So take this truck off, and this is going to be the trick now, just making sure this will fit. So that air hose line is on the other side, so it needs to go like this. We need to put it right there. Alright, I got some more parts in another box. Be right back. Alright, so I got the truck off, got my pin vise with my tap and drill set from Micro Trains. Put the coupler on and marked the spot, and now we are drilling the hole. And the drill bit is sticking, but we're close. We're almost there. Alright, we made it through. I'm concerned about what's happening in the detail here because this is not solid all the way through. But I'm just praying that we can make this work. So we've got that. Now let's tap it. I went through real nice. Alright, I'm going to try to get this on here now. Alright, y'all. I went ahead and took that screw and put it all the way through the box so I can line it up on that hole. Alright, there we are. I just realized I have the wrong tip. This is a flathead. Grab one. And guys, I'm telling you, if you got old eyes like me, this is not easy to do. I can't even see that screw head. There we go. The screwdriver was a little bit big. Feels like our threads are good. We're pulling. Oh yeah. We gotta make sure we get this lined up and straight. Almost got it. Alright, I got it attached. It's screwed in nice and tight. Now the scary part is to modify this truck because all of this right here has to come out so it'll work properly. So I'm going to take a sharp hobby knife and remove this from the truck. Alright, I successfully modified the coupler without modifying my finger, which is definitely a plus. Make sure we put this on the right way, like so. Uh-oh. Going to have a clearance issue, I see. Alright, let me work on this, y'all. Be right back. Alright, guys, that was a simple fix. There's a little bit of lip left up there where that other coupler was. So flipped it around to the back side, and we fit nice and flush. Plenty of clearance. Put the screw back in this guy. As I'll tell you now, if you have old eyes, it might be worth just spending a little extra money to buy the ones already put together. Make sure you don't over tighten that because it will prevent those from turning. Alright, now let's see what we got. Those couplers might be too high. Alright, we're going to put on track and test. Alright guys, just wanted to give you a quick update. It was tedious getting those couplers in here, and it's going to be really hard to get this to focus, and it may not. Oh, come on. But those are the micro trains. I got them installed. Putting on the box, or excuse me, the gondola was not super hard. I did end up having to shim it. It was too short, too tall, I guess, after it got done. So I actually just took a lid from another coupler, put it underneath, and it shimmed it up perfect. And then I had to make some modifications to get it onto the Scale Trains -9. The existing coupler box comes out real easy. It's one screw, it slides out. But the shell itself was a little bit small to hold that microtrains coupler, so I really didn't want to modify the shell on this very expensive Scale Trains model, so I modified the coupler itself, just basically trimmed the edges off, made it a little bit shorter, and got it in there, and it fit perfect after I trimmed it down some. Had to make some adjustments, just making sure everything was nice and straight, but as you can see, we have a train that is coupled that will run these short radius curves. So I'm super excited, y'all, for the result. Just makes me happy to see that with some rolling stock going around the track. But yeah, that was the fix. So I would highly recommend those microtrains couplers. Just be patient. Make sure you got some good tweezers. If you got bad eyesight like me, make sure you got magnifying glass or some glasses, and just take your time, put them together, do it right, and it'll all work out. So much more to come on this. Obviously, this is not going to be my layout. We're not going to be running around Kevin's house forever. So I do have all of my track except for two switches that I need to get. Once I get those, I'm going to start putting my box together. So we'll have a 2 foot by 4 foot layout that will take the place of everything you see on this table. I'm going to do a mountain in the back, going to do some tunnels, going to have some coal mining on there, obviously, as you can see from my rolling stock. Excited to get that going though, so something I'll work on throughout the rest of this year. Maybe have it done by Christmas. It may roll into next year, but I'll update you as we go. But this was a fun project, y'all. Super excited to have the rolling stock working and going. Hope you liked the videos. Keep watching, like, subscribe. There will be more to come. Bye, y'all.